We will plant wildflowers this year if it rains. We're in the midst of the worst drought we've had since 1980, and it probably compares to 1980, except that this drought is in the fall of the year for the farmers. But it is absolutely bone dry. We've not had meaningful rain in weeks and weeks and weeks. We've had some showers, but they only wet the top of the soil. They do not wet down very far. And then it's gone in a few days. So we are preparing some soil to plant wildflowers for this year. An idea of how we do it. If Nellie will follow along with me. This tractor is really loud, so I don't know if we'll block out the sound or not, but we can try. I hope you get an idea of what we're doing here. Freshen up the soil, get the ground ready to plant wildflowers. Right behind the zinnias. Go. Okay, let's see if Nellie is following with us. And I believe Nellie is right with us. Okay, we're talking about disking up the soil here for the wildflowers. So I hope you got the idea. We didn't really get a good picture of the disc harrow in action, but that's what it does, is to disc up the soil to make a bed for the wildflowers. The reason I'm doing this now is hopefully we'll get a rain and the weeds and grass will come up, and then I will spray it to kill all the weeds and grass. And hopefully in a week or so we'll have another rain, get another crop of weeds and grass, and I will spray and kill that. Then I'll sow the seed on the good soil. And that should happen around Thanksgiving week. So this is October the 23rd, and I'm making preparations to plant the wildflowers. This is probably a good time for a little short life lesson. I've always thought that all of God's creation fit together hand in glove, and it does. Everything from the mountains and the seas to the skies and the oceans and the mountains, the soil. It all fits together. Without this stuff we call soil, I used to call it dirt, the top 6 inches of the earth's crust is responsible for all of human life. If it was not for the top 6 inches of soil, we would not exist. I know you get your food from Publix or Kroger, but it actually all comes from here. So it's a good life lesson just to remember. For 36 years of my working career, I sent off thousands upon thousands of soil tests for the farmers in 3 different states. And I analyzed those soil tests to help find an efficient and economical way to fertilize the soil so that it would be more productive. And so I've had quite an experience with the soil and with things that grow in the soil, and never cease to be amazed at it. So that will be quite enough for today, I think.